Hey, let me know if we sit on the correct side.
I just flipped us. I saw that we wasn't.
We wasn't. Okay, we are now.
We are now.
Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Let's have us a quick chat right quick.
Yep.
Let's just have us a quick chat right quick. I know that we have been out of commission because with the elections, the midterm elections, and all of the rallies and all of this kind of good stuff, you all, it's just been.
We are on now.
Are we on? Okay, great.
Yeah.
So come on in, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in.
Hi.
Let's have a quick chat. Let's have a quick chat about last night's election.
Well, like you got your notification.
Okay, I finally got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So come on in.
Come on in.
Okay. Hey, pumpkins. Hey, Margaret and Christine and Jimmy and Sarah and Mercedes and Rena and Dana, huh? Come on in, you all. Okay, so I wanted to touch bases. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good, but
that don't seem right. Look at that right there.
That's what I say.
Okay, so sort of, hold on, you all. We're trying to get this here because Silk is working the gadgets tonight.
I'm trying to get us centered.
Okay.
And so I think that did it.
Okay, did that do it?
It's gonna do it. Because you just said something about it not being
all right, you all. So you all know that last night was the midterm election.
Yes, it was the midterm elections. It certainly was.
And we watched it all go down.
Yes, we did.
I had a good time watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go to bed till almost 2:00.
Yeah, it was around 2:00
mm-hmm.
when we finally.
When we watched, when we finally, did what we did.
Yes.
And everybody is, people were calling me.
Yeah.
I was calling people because I had got a little concerned about Florida.
Okay.
Because it was a nail biter. It was truly a nail biter. Like I was actually biting my nails. And if I was a crazy woman, I would have started bleeding because it really was a nail biter, because I'm like, wait a minute, do they have it?
Uh-huh.
So we want to come and we want to calm the waters, because I hear some people, they are upset, they are sad because we're going to be in gridlock, and some think that it's going to be 2 years of investigation.
Okay.
And so we have to calm the waters down.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do.
Okay. What's wrong, Silk?
It's still not even. Hold on.
Okay. Something's not centered.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see if that did it. Okay. If that's gonna make me happy. Let's see.
All right.
Well, before we go into all of that, let me just say to everybody that we had a red tsunami last night.
We really,
It was incredible.
It was incredible. And what they don't realize, Silk, is that while the Democrats was playing checkers, President Trump was playing chess. You have to understand, and I'll break it down. I just want you to know that I'm about to break it down, but let me just tell you, tonight's show is being brought to you by Chit Chat Live. So I want you to go over there to diamondandsilk.com, click on Chit Chat Tour, and see what we are doing for next year. And go ahead on and get your tickets or whatever for that. So I just want to put it out there. But
if people understand, when it comes down to politics, when it comes down to the midterms, typically the opposing side takes control of the House and the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Obama had so many of them. Obama had a bunch of losses. The Bush had a bunch of losses. President Trump had the less losses.
Exactly. So this is something that is known to happen. Now let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
If the swamp dwellers in the swamp, which are the rats clogging the pipe, if they would not had retired or resigned, because I believe it was around 43 House representatives, or around 43 total with everything. They resigned and they retired.
And they retired.
That's right. Okay. If they wouldn't have did that, then we would have kept the House.
We would have been able to.
So this was actually a setup from the gate, because you have. If you look at it, the Republicans always, they had the House, they had the Senate, and they said, give us a president, then we can change some stuff.
We can.
We gave them a president, and what did the swamp dwellers do?
Quit.
No, but while they were in office, they did nothing.
Flake.
If
and
anything,
all of them,
they stagnated this country.
That's exactly what
they were right along with the
They did not
Democrats.
want to work with this president.
They did not.
Okay.
That's right. So they wasn't doing anything anyway in those positions.
Right.
So when they resigned and they retired, they showed their little creepy head.
That's exactly what
we saw the snakes that's been in the swamp, that's been dwelling in the swamp, doing nothing for this president. Right. You see, it's easier to see the Democrats because we know who they are. It got a D beside it.
Right.
Okay. But for the Republicans, you don't know who's a friend or who's a foe. Right. And a lot of those foes resigned and retired. Right. Now that they are gone, thank you for all of the ones that resigned and retired. If you did not want to work with this president and you're part of the swamp, thank you very much. Because with that clearing it out, now we can see who the real, I don't want to call them demons, but we can see who the real individuals that want to continue to keep this country stagnate, because they have a D beside their name and they don't want to come to the table to help move this country or our president agenda forward.
Correct. So now that the swamp dwellers are out, the one thing that I love
the
about
few,
the one thing that I love about our president, all right. I got some that quit. Yes. All right. Yeah. We have the Democrats that have pumped Democratic donors, donors for Democrats that pumped millions into some of these congressional races.
In a midterm election.
Right. Okay? Normally you don't pump that much money in a midterm. Right. But look at what happened in Texas with that Beto, whatever his name is, and Gilliam, and Georgia, and Florida. And Abrams, I think that's her name, in Georgia. Look at all of the millions of dollars that was pumped into these and some of the other congressional races. That's right. That's okay. So that was an advantage over the Republicans.
That's right. It was an advantage over them because the Democrats' wealthy donors pumped a lot of money into these different campaigns.
But here's the deal. They pumped a lot of money into those campaigns. But you had everybody within a margin of error. Right. Everybody was neck to neck. Right. There was no like, you all the way here and the Republicans back here, they were neck to neck. Really, they wasted money.
They wasted money because imagine if the Republicans would have met the Democrats' money, the same amount of money. Right. Imagine what would have happened.
What would have happened? There you go.
See, the Republicans did not spend a lot of money in the midterm.
Can I just say this here? Here's another little thing. You had Republicans that is supposed to be on the president's side, that did not want the president campaigning. They tried to distance themselves from the president. Yes. And that's a problem. Because when you distance yourself from the president, you distance yourself from his supporters. Yes. And so his supporters are not going to come out and support you. Because I was like, how in the hell did Mia Love, did she lose this here? And it was very close. Yeah. So you had people that did not want to associate themselves with our sitting president, who is beloved by the American people, and they lost.
But like our president said today, love showed no love, and she lost.
And it's not only her, but it was a whole lot more.
It certainly was.
We could have kept the house. Go ahead.
I was going to say, for what? The Republicans in that house wasn't doing nothing to push this agenda anyway.
Another thing that I want you all to understand, there's not just one Republican. You got the Republicans, you got the Trump Republicans, you have the independents. So there's not one strategic message for everybody.
That's right. And you have the swamp Republicans.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So if you're trying to paint us all with one broad brush, that's right, you're not going to be able to do it. Right. Because a lot of people walked off the Democrat plantation just to vote for Donald Trump. You got to keep them in mind. What I'm saying is here. Yes. Don't try to count the Trump Republicans out. Right. We understand that this is the Republican Party.
Right.
We are supposed to be in the fold, but you got to make sure that your messages is clear for the Trump Republicans, for the independents, for the conservatives. You got what I'm sort of saying?
But see, if we can just, and even the Republicans can realize that we're all Americans, all striving for the same thing.
Right. But I'm just talking about, I got it. But when it comes to messages, like for example, these congratulations, it was no excuse for it to be too close to call for me. Absolutely unequivocally not.
Yeah.
Even though those that wanted to support them, be surrounded by the president, they support his agenda, they got the Trump bump, which pushed them over.
Right.
But when you got those that didn't even want to consider the Trump bump, that was like, I don't want to be bothered with it or whatever. They lost that.
So the ones that didn't want to get the Trump bump got
dumped. They got
pretty
dumped
much
by their constituents, because they was like, you can't discount the Trump supporters, the ones that's gonna put the signs up, the ones that's gonna go knock on the doors.
That's right.
I'm just trying to, when we're talking about elections and we're talking about winning elections, can I just make this clear? When we are talking about winning, if you are running for something, if you need help, you can't call people 2 weeks and then think that you're gonna win.
Right. You can't do that.
You got to get on this here, and then you can't always look for somebody to do it for you. You got to get out and you got to start talking to people or what. You have to start doing that. If not, you're going to set yourself up to be 1 point off, 2 points off.
Right.
I mean, some of this stuff was unnecessary.
Right.
It's not like you had huge margins of where the Democrats was, they're all the way up there, and no.
Especially with the amount of money that they spent, and
the Democrats wasted money. They wasted millions of dollars
that they brought
because a lot of this stuff was too close to call. So it sounds like to me that the Democrats paid for an election.
Exactly, and paid for some votes. And I heard a whole lot of stuff that was going on, and it kind of seemed like a race from Obama against President Trump.
Absolutely.
And Obama, I don't think anyone that he went out on the stump for, I don't think anybody got in. But for our president, he's a powerful man. He's a very powerful, and he's a humble man. And some of the stuff that I see going on, when it comes down to the Democrats, when it comes down to the news, when it comes down to the media, it's a disgrace.
Oh, it is a disgrace.
It is really a disgrace
today. You know, with him standing up there, he's in there. They're discussing or they're asking the president questions.
Right.
He's very disrespectful, but a lot of that was grandstanding.
It was a lot of that
intentional, trying to be seen. And when I saw April Ryan and some of the other ones get up and trying to mouth off, it looked like to me they were trying to double team this president. Right. And I'm getting tired of the media. I think everybody is tired of CNN, the very fake news. You're fake as hell, fake as you want to be. They're tired of the foolishness.
Yeah. And CNN, they do suck. And the American people refuse to choke on their negative narrative
or swallow it. Absolutely not.
We're tired of it, because what's happening is, and our president is fed up with it too.
Yeah.
There are so many good things that our president is doing for this country.
Right.
And with you not reporting it to the people thinking that this is the worst president ever
because of their narrative.
Because of their
they don't realize
narrative.
Of the economic opportunity that's happening
out there,
the growth that's happening, because they don't report that.
Right.
And then the negative news going into these midterm elections.
Yeah.
How you took one doggone commercial and you tried to say that it was racially insensitive or it was racist, when you know darn well it's not. You all done played. So listen, I can go on Facebook right now and find a video where they throwing all kind of daggers and hating on the president. Now that should be racist. Look at Tom Steyer that put these videos out. All of these commercials talking about impeach the president. Look at all of the foolishness that they've done. You see what I'm
look
talking
at all
about?
of the commercials that the left have put out against the president, and damn near said he's racist.
Absolutely. Called them or compared them to Hitler and all kinds of things. They shut up about that. But as soon as the president want to show his commercial, because it was a very impactful commercial. Let me tell you something. The caravan is still on their way here. What the president is trying to do is secure our borders. If the Democrats don't want to get on board with that, they are going to be the creator of their own demise. So I don't need you all to be getting all antsy about this here. While the Democrats was playing checkers, President Trump was playing chess, baby. It was a good move. We can checkmate him on that. Checkmate him on that, because this is what he done. this is going to force the Democrats to come to the table. So they can start doing this here. Well, we got to do impeachments. We got to do investigations. They can start that foolishness if they want to. The American people now get to see them for exactly who they are. If you don't come to the table on what you ran on, you said you wanted health care for Americans. Well, you need to be getting health care for Americans where you're not bankrupting the government.
That's right.
And bankrupting the American people is what you need to be working on. Not no doggone impeachment, no tax returns. I don't want to hear nothing about that.
And it's checkmate on them. And I'm going to tell you how it's checkmate on them. Because they have nowhere else to go. They can either show their hand or not. They can either put up or shut up. They can either tell us, okay, you say you want to do this, Democrats. Now you got to do it.
Come to the table and do it.
You don't.
Okay.
We're going to tell people how we told y'all these Democrats is not giving 2 red cents about you.
They all talking no action.
About the American people. They care more for illegal aliens than they do the American people.
That's right.
Why? Because if you have control of the House, Democrats, you're supposed to be there to legislate, not investigate.
There you go. Okay? There you go.
That's what you're
and
so
you can start this foolishness.
Right.
Oh, I want to cuss. You can start it if you want to.
Right.
Because we are headed now for the election.
We ready.
I'm watching y'all, all of y'all.
All of you.
Start it if you want to.
They took and they BITCH'd about not having the control.
That's right.
All right. They had it for 8 years and did nothing.
Right.
Now they got the House for 2 years where they are supposed to write legislations and put legislations in place so that it can benefit the American people.
That's right. And what did they run on? Go ahead.
That's right. What did they run on?
That's right.
So let's see how many pieces of legislation do they write to protect Americans,
protect our borders, keep our economic opportunity growing,
help our veterans, help the homeless Americans.
I don't want to hear nothing about no damn Russia investigation. No, is what we're trying to say.
That's right. We don't want to hear about that. What are you going to get up there and write to better and benefit the American people? Because a lot of you ain't wrote not one piece of legislation. And all you wanted was some doggone power. That's right. You got it. Yeah. Checkmate, baby. You got it. Now what you gonna do? So this has forced the Democrats to come to the table and do something. Right. Stop acting like you all talking no action. It's time for you to take action. And if you don't, in 2 years, we will flip them back red. So the president will control the House, the Senate, and he will be the president of the United States in 2020. Yes, and let me tell you something else about this red tsunami that happened. Because now what the Republicans have saw is that people love this president.
They surely do.
And they will listen to our president. Right. And you want the president in your corner if you want to really win.
If you want to win. Listen, it's called the Trump bump.
That's
right.
And
for those of you, shame of those that say that you love America, but you are against our president and against his agenda, and you did not want him even saying nothing or mentioning your campaign. He could have helped you. And when you ostracize our president, and when you keep him at bay, you keeping his supporters at bay. You keeping the ones that would have got out and spoke for you and put the signs in the windows and put the signs out and go knock on the doors. You did yourself a disadvantage because some of these races that was too close to call was unnecessary, girl. Unnecessary.
But Diamond, a lot of that was a set up.
Yeah.
It was a setup to have a Republican candidate running there with the expectation of not winning. It was a setup because they wanted to hand it to the Democrats. You have 43 House, but we had 36 U.S. House representatives that did not seek re-election to the U.S. House.
I call some of them the swamp throwers.
Exactly, including Paul Ryan.
He about to get paid so much money, girl.
Exactly.
It's like he ready
what
to
they
get
did is they took their bat and laid it down.
Took their ball.
And they ball. And went on to the House. Is what they did.
So they set it up to leave the president hanging.
Exactly.
So the president took these lemons and made lemonade.
Yes.
So we got the majority in the Senate. We were able to keep that.
We was able to flip it.
And let me tell you what that does for the Republican Party. Whenever it's time to pick these judges, the president could do it. He have enough people to get it passed.
Right.
Because I see.
Yes.
It's gonna be a couple of more of them judges that he gonna have to replace, especially on the Supreme Court. When you falling asleep between sentences, that's a problem for me. Somebody's gonna be replaced.
Say
where you don't fall asleep.
Say
yeah. So that's what I see.
You can't fall asleep between sentences and think you can sit there and just listen to these different cases as a judge.
That's right. You're going to be replaced.
That's
what's going to happen. So I think that this is a setup, you all,
yeah,
for our good as the Republican Party.
This
the
was
only
a
thing
gift.
is, I wish that we were all working on the same page.
Yeah.
And just because you have new people in the party, don't discount them and count them out and act as if they are ignorant and act as if the president don't have these supporters. If you look at the rallies were more galvanized and energized.
Yes.
There were more people at these rallies than they were whenever he first started doing rallies, which showed me something.
Yeah.
But then if you are a congressman, a woman, or running for senator, and you don't want to associate, you want to disassociate yourself from the president, that's a problem.
But this was a gift, people. We got to understand that this was a gift.
Yes, it
sometimes
was.
I told somebody today that before you go up, sometimes you have to squat down. You know you're about to take a leap and leap up. The first thing you do is do like this right here. Sometimes you have to take and lose something in order to gain a whole lot.
That's right.
Losing the house, what it did is it got rid of the swamp dwellers that was in the house stagnated. Some of them. So their hands have been shown. We know who they are. They're gone. Now that the Democrats is in there, yes. Now that the Democrats is in there, we know exactly who they are. We know who we playing ball with.
And we get to see their hand because we already know they are obstructionists and they are resistors.
Yes,
okay?
we already know that.
So now they got to come to the table because we are now looking. This is going to force you to come to the table. The minute you start pushing that investigation foolishness, you're going to get called out. And then all of the American people get to see. They don't care nothing about your health care.
That's right.
They're more concerned about illegal aliens and pushing a witch hunt.
That's right.
That's what it's going to show America.
And it's time for it to show that. So whenever 2020 get here and our man run, and we get the House, we have the Senate, and everything is red. Now agendas can be pushed forward because those swamp dwellers, whenever our president, those Obama leftovers, whenever our president became president and came into office, you had a lot of Obama leftovers and swamp dwellers that tried to stagnate this country. One by one, they are either leaving, resigning, retiring, and just being picked off one by one. And we got to get rid of the rats that's clogging the pipe so that we can move this country forward.
We have to do it, you all. So I don't want you all to get antsy, okay? I don't want you all to do that.
No.
I love the president today at the press conference. I said, he is a man that's truly working for the people.
That's right.
He's not going to waver. He's not going to back down. He's not going to sugarcoat
it
and look like Acosta got his behind spanked today. Because
he got slapped.
Not only that, but more in the media. And I love that about our president. He is not what you call a traditional politician. He's a businessman, and he is about the business. Not all of this other BS. And now you all are going to have to understand that.
Yes. And then to top it all off, Jeff Sessions got.
Well, they asked for his resignation.
They say that they asked for his resignation, but
so what does that mean when somebody asks for your resignation?
You're fired.
That sounds like a big old fire to me. Well, you know what? The president has always been transparent about how he felt about Jeff Sessions recusing himself from this investigation, and really collusion is not even a crime. I don't know what the hell is going on when it comes to all of this, but do you notice that we haven't been speaking about Russia, then all of a sudden now all of this stuff is back on the table? Y'all, and taxpayers' money is being just wasted for no reason. I do understand that the president's gonna have to, this is what I think, bring people into place. How much money is being spent on this here? He only give him a budget of $1,000. If you can't find it with $1,000, that's it. Once the $1,000 is gone, that's it. Giving somebody millions to play with, millions are being wasted. And what now with Kavanaugh? It took them 1 week to investigate Kavanaugh to find out he ain't done nothing. Why the hell is it taking almost 2 years for this Russia investigation? Give them only $1,000. After that budget run out, that's it. Whatever you find, that's it.
Can I just say one thing? That they did find collusion with Russia and Hillary Clinton's camp. So why the hell hadn't they went after her? Because that was the Russian collusion.
They too busy trying to go after this president for no reason. Create no witch hunt.
How is it, Diamond? How is it, Diamond? How is it?
How is it, girl?
That these people want to talk about, they want to see Donald Trump's tax returns. Now, Donald Trump was a citizen.
Right.
A U.S. citizen like you and I.
Yes, he was.
And before he became president, he was qualified to be president.
Yes, he
because
was.
If he wasn't, then they would have said, you're not qualified.
Absolutely.
Now that he's been president for 2 years, we want to see his tax return.
No, they want to see that mess.
No, but that's what I'm saying that they're saying. That they want to see his tax returns. And with seeing his tax returns when he was a citizen, for what? Why are we concerned about something he did before he was president? And he hadn't did anything wrong since being president. If anything, he's did everything right. Impeach him. Impeach him for what?
For giving us tax cuts, for giving us economic opportunity, for bringing back jobs, for having the lowest unemployment in the history. For making sure that women can join the workforce, for making sure that wages are up where people can feed their families, send a child to college, save some money. Is that why you want to impeach him? For want to protect America? Is that why you want to impeach him? What the hell is your reason, Miss Maxine, and all the rest of you all for wanting to impeach him? And let me just go ahead and get it on off my chest. Anybody that's running against Maxine, you have to do it strategically. It's just like an old ass tree. Sometimes it won't fall. Okay, you have to do it strategically. So what you need to do, you start years early. Not the year you running. You go back and you start now. Well, when it's her term up, you start right now campaigning against her now for the next election. Because she's seasoned. She already know the ropes. And I don't understand, how do these people keep picking up these seats, but they don't have no engagement on social media? They don't have no engagement when they go to their rallies. Who's been giving what? This is crazy.
That's why they want to keep these people so high out of their mind, why they rip them off from behind. When you're high, you don't know what's going on. You're homeless. You don't have an address. You can't get no notices or no letters, no phone calls. They don't want you to know anything. That's why they're okay with their district looking like it's run down.
But you can't tell me that Maxine Waters got 75% of the vote in California. What kind of campaigning did she do? Like, everything to me, you all, and it's just my own personal opinion, seems like it is designed a certain way to do a certain thing, no matter what the forces say.
But see, the 75% comes from the different ballots that should not be counted because of illegal voting. Okay, see, you got people that goes in and fill out these ballots and they mail them in. You don't know who these folks is. That's why these folks are. Thank you so much. You don't know who they are, and that's why you have the Democrats fighting so hard to keep people from having to have an ID to vote.
But why in the hell wouldn't you want an ID? When you go get food stamps, you got to have an ID. If you go get cigarettes, you got to have an ID. When you want you a little alcohol, just want you a nip, you got to have ID. When you go cash your paycheck, you got to have some ID. If you don't have an account at that bank, if you go get a social security card and you lose it, they want to see your government ID. What is wrong with that?
This is what's wrong with it for the Democrats. They won't be able to cheat. As long as they have illegal aliens line it up some kind of way, you don't have to show no form of ID, then you can go there and you can vote. Then you can go to the next voting booth and vote. You can go to the next district that they want. That's why they want the border of Texas open, so that now they can try to control taxes with these illegals voting in these elections.
Because you already know you can't use black people no more, because the president is at 36% with African Americans, and he should tout it. He's doing very, very well. African Americans only make up 14% of the United States, so the president's doing very well. They do not like it.
They don't
I'm gonna tell you the race that happened in Florida and even in Georgia, when you had Oprah Winfrey coming out with the racial innuendos, and when you had whoever was making the phone calls, making it look like it was the right, making these racist phone calls, people did not want to bite it. Everything that Obama touched turned into mush because nobody won. Nobody won. People are tired of the racial. They're tired of that. They're tired of Whenever you start playing the race card and the woman card, we don't like it. Nobody likes it.
But it's the same old song. You can hear it in the tone when they start talking about it. They want to deem everybody else a racist. They don't even know what the definition of a racist is. They don't even realize what it is, because if you say it, then you're racist. If this is this, then you're a racist. But don't realize that they are racist to their own race, because they don't even want their own race to come up.
No, they don't want them to see nothing different.
If you
see something different, that's a no-no.
That's a no-no.
We want you to kick up. Remember what the ancestors went through? Well, the ancestors did that, but I ain't never picked no cotton. So if I choose to vote for somebody that don't want us picking cotton no more, but want you to have a decent job, want you to have a decent wage, want you to come up, want you to obtain the American dream, I should be able to do that. And other people, no matter the color of your skin, should be able to do that. I can't wait till we can get to a day where we become colorblind and we realize that we are one race, that's the human race, and all of us are Americans first. I can't wait till we get to that day. And then those of you all that's running these campaigns where you think everything racist, you just sit back there. Look at what happened to Gilliam. He didn't win it. Abrams, she didn't win it. Tell her ass she need to concede, because she ain't gonna win this. You can count every ballot one by one by one. You ain't gonna win that. What's happening in Florida with Senator the one that just became Scott, and they talking about the other guy talking about he want to recall. Please, what you gonna do? Find some ballots in the trunk? Because you know the games that you all play.
What they gonna do.
You know the games that you are about to play.
They do that because they got some left in the trunk of their cars. They know they do, and they'll pull them out at the last minute.
Well, thank God we have a governor now that is a Republican there. So that's gonna get squashed too. What you got? What you got? Okay, all right. Let's keep this ball to move.
That's right.
Please.
So
this makes me mad.
Now that we've said all of that, I'm just curious on what our people have to say.
Okay.
So if you have any questions, post some questions.
Somebody said they had to show their ID to vote in Louisiana. Good for you. People act as if it's so hard to do that. Look, this is my ID. Hey, I want to vote. Come on. You don't get mad when you got to go to the bank and show your ID.
If you have to fly somewhere,
you got to have your ID.
When you go down there to get on government assistance,
you got to have some ID. So please.
And people need to stop allowing the government to take and degrade your character like you too ignorant to have a government ID.
That's right. Somebody said that Oprah tried to pray the race card down there in Georgia. Yes, she did. She thought she was something because she went down there, knocked on 2 doors, and made a 5-minute speech and thought she did something. But that still did not save Abrams. We were totally turned off when she started playing the race card and act as if because this was going to be the first Black woman that women were supposed to run out in droves and vote for her. Anybody that's pushing any type of socialistic ideas, let's talk about socialistic ideas. If you are pushing Medicare or Medicaid for all, I'm sorry, one healthcare system does not fit all. It does not. Everybody health cares are different. So when you're talking about socialized medicine, that's going to bankrupt our government. So who gonna pay for it?
And if you have a pre-existing condition, that's not going to matter anymore because that one size is supposed to fit all. I may not have a pre-existing condition. You may have one, but if they're giving you one type, how is that going to help you?
They may say because of this medical, it's only going to cover that. But what if I come down with this? Where it don't cover that? You see how you now control? So not only are they trying to control your health care, the type of health care, they're trying to control your body. They're trying to control your life. Then it's going to be, they're going to try to control how long you live. You see, why you got the government all in our business?
All in our life.
You see what I'm talking about?
Our life expectancy. And then, let's get a little technical.
Go ahead.
You have our taxpayers that pay medical for illegal aliens that crosses our border illegally.
And I heard they get good care.
Oh, they get very good care. From the rooter to the tutor. They get very, very good care. So if that money was gone from being spent out on that, guess what? That money would come back to America's pocketbook.
That's right.
Then
we can cut down the deficit.
That's right. Because that's waste, fraud, and abuse over there.
Or look at the millions of dollars that's funding sanctuary cities. Bring that money back.
Yes.
Give the hood some sanctuary.
Give the hood sanctuary.
Give some homeless a sanctuary.
That's right.
You see what I'm talking about?
Give that money to them. That's right.
I know that these Democrats don't know how to put Americans first.
No.
They're so used to working for their own greed and not the need of Americans.
Right.
They don't know what to do with themselves, and they don't know what to do with this president because he is truly working for the American people. They don't like it.
They've been doing it the wrong way for so long.
They think it's right. And it's not. It's chaos. It's confusion. And we don't want that.
And they're so used to the American people being asleep at the wheel.
Right.
For so long.
Right.
Everybody has always gotten into this tragic incident because we've been asleep for so long.
Right.
Now that our eyes are open.
Now that our eyes are open, go ahead.
We can see. We see the truth. Go ahead.
Somebody said Oprah don't have no more something in the game. She don't. She don't have no clout, no way. Her or Obama. They could not win. And let me tell you something. Millions of dollars was pumped into these people's campaigns.
Right.
Millions of dollars.
Millions.
And then look at what happened in Texas. And it was nail biting. I was biting my nails even when it come to Texas. And I said, now, wait a minute. Now, Texas is a red-blooded state.
Right.
So you can't tell me Ted ain't gonna get Texas.
We ain't gonna keep.
But it was still too close. And thank God. But Ted Cruz got the Trump bump.
Yep.
Because had he been like, well, no, I don't want to campaign with the president, Ted Cruz would have lost Texas.
You just like the Democrats.
He would have lost it, but he got the Trump bump. So I just, you all, it's so much that we can be upset about, but we have to be grateful that we have a very strategic president that knows how to play chess very well, that understands and see exactly what's going on. And when his back is up against the wall, he don't come out to us complaining.
Nope.
He strategically, this is how we need to do this.
Yes.
He's very smart.
Yes.
If the Democrats don't come to the table, they are going to be the creator of their own demise.
They already
are. Now,
are.
if they go to the table, this is a win-win for the president.
Yes.
Because whether they come or not, this all is setting the president up to win in 2020. And that's to flip these seats.
That's right.
Red again.
That's right. And when we flip them red, we now know who's running. We'll know if you are a Trump supporter.
That's right.
We'll know if you are for this president agenda, and we'll know if you are the one that need to be voted in to push his agenda forward in 2020.
That's right. That's right.
We'll know that.
We will know that.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Because if we would have kept the House, we would still be with blinders on. We wouldn't know who the swamp dwellers in, who the ones stagnating this.
And we wouldn't know what they're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Not doing what they're supposed to do. Somebody said, what scares me is the racists were so close. How do people want socialism? Listen, okay, I got exactly what you're saying, because I was like, why are all of these races so close?
Right.
They were almost, some of them too close to call. We got some sitting out there where we got to actually hand count some stuff because it's too close. It's like something is going on and I can't put my finger on it.
I got
now,
my
we know
finger,
that
my thumb, my hand.
But we know they pumped a lot of money into these races.
Look, let me tell you something. My finger, my thumb, my whole hand is on this. They have set this country up to fall and fail for so long with these illegal voting. You got dead people voting. They have a way of, somebody said something about they have these machines, Soros machines, different voting machines.
Sometimes you put your little slip in there, sometimes it flipped to the other person. I saw that.
These things have algorithms, they have code. You can put something in for Ted and 2 go towards this other person. They have this stuff rigged. I remember whenever the president said that the system is rigged.
the system is.
Do you believe them now? There are so many different things. How in the hell is 43 House representatives just going to all just say, well, I'm going to resign? Now, you are Republican.
But it was
you're
a Republican.
Republican.
To set President Trump
That's
up.
right, because you're part of the swamp. You're part of the problem, and I'm glad that they are gone. I'm glad they're gone.
Yeah.
So now we know, Democrats, you got to show up and show out, or you're going to be gone next. Because now, you overplayed your hand and you don't even realize it.
No, they don't.
You got played and you don't even realize it. And poor Nancy, you know, I don't think a lot of people even want her as the House Speaker anymore. But like our president said, we will see, you know, let some Republicans vote.
Well, here's the deal. What you all have to understand, a House that is divided against itself will not stand.
It's not going to stand.
Okay, so
no, it's not.
I'm telling you, they're going to be the creators of their own demise.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah.
The bottom line is here. The president is doing an amazing job.
Wow.
And we have to do our ground game.
Right.
And because stuff was too close to call, that means we have to bring more people in the fold so we can always stay over.
We have to bring more people in the fold so we can always stay over. But keep in mind that the Democrats spent so many millions, the Republicans didn't. Imagine if the Republicans would have spent just as much as them. Now, the Democrats spent this amount. The Republicans didn't spend a lot, yet they were neck to neck. If the Republicans would have spent more, the Republicans would have been. That's right. That's right. Somebody said, oh, let me see. I was going to read a comment.
Okay, go ahead, girl. Yeah, so we have to be ready for 2020. And listen, 2020 started midnight last night, y'all. In case y'all didn't know, we are in the 2020 election. And so I'm watching everything. And if the Democrats are not doing right by we the people, they're going to get called out because you got the House. That House belongs to you. You better start doing right by the American people.
By the House
is what you need to do. That House going to come. Listen. A House that is divided against itself is not going to stand, and we get to see who's the real resistors, the ones that don't want America to no longer exist, the ones that want to obstruct and destruct, the ones that want to push an investigation, the ones that's bickering back and forth, the ones that's been up there for so long. They're working for their own greed and not the need of people. We need to see who those people are.
How is it that the Democrats pump all of these millions of dollars into one candidate for them to go into office and make only $100,000 and some thousand a year?
It's all a setup, y'all. It's crazy. It's all crazy to me. All of it is crazy.
Yeah.
All of the crazy. Somebody said the Democrats are desperate to win the 2020 election. Well, they can continue to be desperate. People want economic opportunity. The way it was set up, it was intentionally done for us not to win the House.
Right.
40 people leaving.
Yes.
People don't want to campaign with the president.
Right.
You set yourself, you was the creator of your own demise.
That's
you
right.
did it yourself. So
That's
you can't
right.
get mad at nobody but yourself.
That's right.
Somebody said conservatives made a mistake leaving the university to the liberals. Somebody said that. Absolutely. The rules on donations should be changed. 2 donations can only come from the people of the state. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
Somebody said, Deborah said, come to Dallas, Texas. Okay, we'll see. Just go to diamondandsilk.com, click on Chit Chat Tour to see where we're going to be in 2019. Somebody said, yes, the Lion media has romanticized socialism from Wendy. Absolutely. They make it look good. These young people don't understand. You let somebody in your house right now and give everything away. No. Now, what you going to have?
What you going to have? And sugar ain't for free.
Now, who going to pay now, when the lights get cut off, because they done ran up the light bills from using your lights, who going to pay that? The stuff have to be paid for. You cannot rob Peter to pay Paul. This stuff got to be paid for. You can't write no check and think you're going to pay for it later. The money is supposed to be in the bank when you write the check. You can't take and put everything on a credit card because now that's got to be paid. And if you don't pay that, now interest is going to be pumped on that. So people need to go back and take an economic 101 class.
They got to.
Okay, because it don't take a scientist to understand that you can't rob Peter to pay Paul.
And you have these different candidates talking about they are going to tax businesses. And what is this big thing about that the corporations, like they got the biggest tax cuts, but they are the ones that
the job creators.
Job creators.
If it's a job creator, out to have a tax cut.
That's right.
If they are creating a job, so I don't have a problem.
I don't get it.
But this is what the left do. The left hates it when somebody or anybody is experiencing prosperity, like it is against the law to experience it.
Yes. Somebody said, "Thank you, ladies, for your outspoken honesty and all the truth you see and share. I think you helped a lot of people. I think you helped a lot in the walkaway movement."
Well, it was the ditch and switch now movement back in 2015.
Yes.
And I'm so proud of people that's coming up with the movement. And here's what I say about all of these movements. Everybody that's coming up and they're coming up with their movement. Make sure you tell people to go vote. I'm not going to tell you to ditch and switch your party without telling you to go vote, because your vote is your power. I think that you do people a disservice when you start a movement, but you don't tell them what to go do.
Right.
Okay, now if I'm wrong for that, then you say, well, Diamond, you wrong for that. But I don't feel like I'm wrong. Don't tell people to get off that Democratic plantation, but then you don't tell them how to go use their power. Because they could have just stayed on the plantation. Because if you didn't use your power, you
just got off and looked back, and that's it.
You want them to be able to use their power and go vote.
Somebody asked, how does a homeless person with no address vote?
They can't. But they don't care about that. They're more concerned about illegal aliens.
Right.
And that's interesting.
Yeah.
That you say that.
Yes.
How can they vote? And they don't have an address. They can't vote. But an illegal alien can. Now, they were advocating for illegal aliens voting in some of these elections. But the homeless can't vote because they don't have an address.
Right. And they've probably been there. Then a lot of people worked their fingers to the bone and just came up on some bad luck.
Jennifer said, me and my son got into tonight. He don't want to vote. Why? Listen to me. Your vote is your power. You have to use it. What do you mean you don't want to vote?
Look, we can't wimp out. Okay? You got to count it all joy. When you're going through any type of fiery times, you have to count it all joy. Find the positivity out of it. What I did is found the positivity out of this here thing, because sometimes it may not go the way we think it should go. Had we still had the house right now, we would not know who the rats are that was clogging the pipes. We wouldn't know who these swamp dwellers are that's keeping this country stagnated.
And you wouldn't really have a chance to see the Democrats obstruct, continue to push their resistance, because they're not going to do what's right.
They're not going to do what's right.
Look at them today. They already getting geared up for some foolishness.
I think Maxine has already run off at a chop talking about impeach. We're going to impeach.
And we heard she was one of the most corrupt politician there is.
That's
she's going to be over finance.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah. So you all got to pay attention, but this gives us the opportunity to pay attention.
Yes. We are preparing now for 2020. This gives us the opportunity to prepare. The Democrats ran and said they're going to put this, they're going to do this. Now they have the opportunity to do it, because when they had 8 years and they put Obamacare in place, they all ran for that. Now they're talking about putting some other type of care in place.
Well, when they put Obamacare, they voted to put that in place. They're not talking about that. We want health care for everybody.
Right.
Well, you should have set your behind down with Obama and told him this Obamacare ain't working. We need something better. But you voted for that.
Exactly. Y'all see the setup? It's all been a bunch of
You know what? We need more advocates too, you all. We need more advocates, more people being vocal about what's happening with the Democratic Party versus the Republican Party. Like somebody said, who wants socialism? We don't.
And if they want socialism, I say go to Venezuela.
Right.
Somebody said, you are right about that. Yeah, illegal aliens can vote, but not the homeless. And many of the homeless are veterans. Make me so upset.
You should be upset. And other people should be upset. And I don't want you to let what happened in this election depress you. I want people to wake up and pay attention. Pay attention. There is something going on. Yep. We already know it. We already see it. So now what you have to do is pay attention, and this has to propel you to make sure you vote. Not only that, but talk to other people.
Right.
Talk to other people and let them know. Because a lot of times people listen to sound bites.
Yes.
They're not even aware about what's going on.
They're not aware about what's going on and not concerned about it. All they're concerned about somebody telling them something. And that's how these Democrats been able to get over for so long.
Chris said, I've been vocal on every level, every social media, and good for you, Chris.
Yeah.
And you know, these social media platforms are really silencing, especially conservatives. I mean, pages have been taken down.
Yes.
We've been seeing your complaints, you all, but when I'm dead heat in an election, I am so focused on that. And so listen, you all, I see it. We know it. We're not crazy. We know you're not crazy. This too shall pass.
Yes.
And it's going to be somebody. There. Okay. Yes. Speaking of Mad Max, why haven't we heard from her or Booker or Kamala? Is that Tonya? Tonya. Well, I think what they do is ride up under the radar so that they can win their elections. Because Maxine had a few rallies, but it wasn't no more than 10 people. How the hell are you but 10 people at your rally, but you win 75%? Something ain't right. Something's not right. It don't make sense to me. You ain't got but 10 people at your rally.
Yeah.
But 75% of California vote for you, or the Democrat Party vote for you.
Right.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
You got something to say?
Yeah.
What
No. No. I was just gonna read something.
Go ahead.
Somebody said, I want someone on the ground in crazy Maxine district to explain their vote. What has she done for them?
Listen, if you remember when we were in the movie Dummycrats, we went there. A lot of people just did not know. They did not know who represented their district. They did not realize that Maxine Waters was the one that represented it. They did not understand that Maxine Waters stay in another district and she lives in a mansion. They were shocked. And they were appalled.
Shocked.
That's why whoever is running against these, I call seasoned politicians, you got to start years early and start chiseling away. But you got to do it like as if you was up doing the Underground Railroad, where you're not drawing attention to yourself.
Strategically.
You have to, there you go.
Strategically.
There you go. That's what you have to do.
Somebody said Obamacare had to be passed before they knew what was in the bill.
Absolutely not. Did it?
Yes. See, these Democrats, it had to be passed before they knew what was in the bill. And it was under Democrats that happened. So if they are not, if they're not smart enough to know what they were saying yay to, why we want them running something and they don't even know what they're saying yay to? It had to pass first before they even knew what was in the bill.
Oh gosh, that's so crazy. Secret Service told Acosta his press pass has been revoked. I don't know if that's true, Mickey, but it should be revoked.
Yeah,
because he's silly.
These people taunting their senseless, derogatory,
demeaning,
innuendos at our president on a national platform. It is disgusting. It's disgraceful. It's disrespectful.
Despicable.
It's embarrassing.
Very.
Because when I saw what went down up there, I was embarrassed for I was embarrassed for America.
And I was embarrassed about the whole process. But this is what got me, girl, because I jumped up on this.
Yes.
Like as if I was there. When April Ryan jumped her behind up.
Oh, you jumped up?
Yeah, because what y'all trying to do, double team our president. And if it's going to be like that, pull CNN credentials and they can't go up there no more if they don't know how to act. You don't know how to act at the White House, then you won't be up there reporting nothing from the White House.
That's right.
Report it from back at CNN headquarters. Get you an earbud and you hear everything that's going on when the president is speaking. You write that down and you report on that.
I agree.
You see what I'm talking about?
Totally agree.
Yes. Yes. Somebody said, what do we do to teach our youth about the evils of socialism? You explain to them. You give them $5 and just snatch it away from them. Not only that, snatch their shirt off. And if you see them, take their phone away from them and go give their stuff away to somebody else.
And then what you do is show them how it worked in other countries.
Let them see
Venezuela. Show them and let them see This is what these individuals talking about. These young people, they get you by telling you this is going to be free education, free healthcare.
Free education is control education.
That's right.
Here is why I say that. Let's go back to slavery. When they did not want you to have an education. Right. I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable. They only want to give you enough, but they really don't want to educate you when they're trying to control it.
That's right.
Think you ain't going to go to Harvard. No. You ain't going to go to these prestigious schools. No. They're going to give you enough, but they're not going to give you everything when they have to pay for it.
Especially books. You still got people that's in 8th grade reading books from 1976.
I'm telling you all, it's not good. It's not good. So if you want to teach your child, about socialism, take their stuff away and just give it away. And sit and look at it.
Yeah. And then how the hell we want the Democrats to talk about giving us some type of health care whenever Obamacare hurt a whole lot of people?
With the mandates.
Well,
see, first of all, you're not going to have the best health care. You're not going to have the best, you all, is what I'm looking at. These here little tricks are ways to start monopolies and ways to control the masses of people. Ooh. You don't want nobody controlling your health because they tell you what you can live with and what you have to die with.
That's right.
Think about that. Think about it that way. Let me give you another way of thinking about it. You may think, oh, we all gonna get health care. You all gonna get health care where you're gonna take a number. We may get to you today. We may not get to you today. Thank God for somebody like President Trump that even redid the veterans affairs to make sure, hey, they gonna be able to see a doctor and they not gonna be on a waiting list. But this healthcare for all, they're going to set this up where it's going to become a monopoly. It's going to bankrupt the government. It's going to bankrupt the American people is what they're trying to do.
That's right.
And they're trying to control the mass.
That's exactly what they do. And then the ones that's sitting up there talking, they got to pay their fair share. Those are the rich ones.
That's right.
They are the ones that's going to get rich.
And the reason why I think that people are trying to push these socialistic ideas is to create two type of people. You have the rich and the poor. You saw Oprah left her beautiful house. It may be about 10,000 square foot. I don't know. I'll say allegedly. Go down there to Georgia to say a few words, knock on a few doors and fly back. She ain't got to deal with illegal aliens.
No, she don't.
She ain't got to deal with sanctuary around her, around where she's staying at. She ain't got to deal with the homeless. She ain't got to deal with gang members. But they dealing with it probably in Georgia.
Right.
You better look at that. I be looking and look at all of the elitists that they brought out for these people and couldn't even put them over the top. But hey, President Trump, all he had was himself.
That's it.
He went out there, he works. You know what? Ooh, I get so upset whenever they disrespect him because he rallied, girl.
He rallied. Yes, he did.
And didn't you lose his voice because, Obama lost his voice? Obama did 4 rallies and lost his voice. President Trump probably did about, 19 rallies? That's
what happens when you're screaming out loud. Somebody said that Fox News did confirm that Acosta got his credentials was taken away.
Oh, great.
They said Fox News confirmed it, but we'll
say allegedly, but we don't know.
We hadn't seen it.
I'll look it up. Good.
8 of our eyes.
Good, because it's disrespectful. I don't even know. Acosta acts so stupid. I don't even know what he was asking.
Well, you don't know what he's asking, but you don't know what now. You don't know what his intention may be in another press briefing. He may try to launch at my president. My president may have to kick his ass.
Oh, but let me just say this right here. Let me tell y'all about this thing. I'm tired of you all getting up trying to make it look like the president is racist because he said the word nationalist. Right. Talking about all of this BS. Right. Stop that foolishness. Stop it. Okay? Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah.
And anybody that had the galls that said he said something racist. How many racial things haven't you said?
On a daily basis. Especially you black folks.
That's right. Stop that foolishness. It's like they try to tie him into and he took up for himself today and I was happy.
And you know what I'm finding out too, that something else that the left is cleverly doing. They're taking now and they are subtitling like Diamond and Silk as a right wing or right to the far right, right wing. They're trying to keep.
So they are labeling you, and those labels they're trying to make it look like they're racist labels.
And to tie that right wing, far right to white nationalists to keep it all in one little cage to make it look like and insinuate that this is a racist group. So what they do is tie your names. If you're popular on social media, if they're writing a blog about you, they tie your names to these particular words that they deem to be racial. So watch out for that, you all. That's what they're doing.
Well, first of all, I'm not far this or far that. I'm in the middle. I'm balanced.
Yeah.
I think with my own brain. Some stuff is just common sense. And when you tell me that if I make it, you want to take all my stuff and give it away, and then we don't know who's going to pay for all this stuff. You want to come in here, you want to eat up my food, but you expect for me to go get the food, but we don't even know how we go pay for it. When you want to come in my house and cut on all the lights, and then you want to take, and you don't even know how all this stuff gonna pay for, and we just passing the buck. Girl, no, you do something wrong.
Let me tell you something. I heard over there in Venezuela that there is no food, that people are killing animals. They're even going to the zoo, killing those animals. And I'm trying to imagine having to walk my child to the zoo. Go to the zoo to walk my child, and all we see is bones.
That's right.
Instead of seeing animals.
Renee Jones said what they want to do, their motto is to divide and conquer. That's exactly what they want to do.
Yes.
And it's up to you as parents to sit your child down.
Yes.
Make some example. Remember when they put maybe 5 pennies? You got 5 pennies. If I take them all away and just gave them away, that's a sign of socialism, baby.
Right.
If I take and I give y'all all the same and just give you the bare minute, and even if you want something better,
that's right.
Socialism does this.
Yes.
Even if you want something better, you can't have it because ain't nobody else got it.
You only limited.
Look at how
this.
they even limited your mind with socialism. And socialistic ideas is not good. It will not work.
And let me show you something else too. How they're limiting young people's mind with talking about health care for pre-existing conditions, because I hear young people saying that. Now you young, you don't have any conditions in your body. As a young person, you don't have any conditions yet, but you say that that's your number one concern, but you're not working. You ain't making no money to put no food on your
And that's another thing. You can't have something where people are not paying into it.
People, wake up. Listen to what they're trying to do here. They're keeping you stuck over here. Something that's not you don't even need, and you're fighting for this one called, but you're not working. Right. You're not eating. You're not taking care of yourself.
Right.
I mean, just look at it. If I'm in my home, my first thing is going to be my protection.
Right. That's right.
I'm gonna close my door behind me when I come in my home.
And you do that to keep the people on the inside safe.
Right. I'm not gonna come in my house, open my door, leave my door wide open to come in here and cook. The first thing I'm going to do is close my door
and lock
to protect myself.
That's right.
If America House is not protected, we are in trouble.
We are in trouble.
We could talk about health care for all. I got that. But if we don't talk about protecting our border, we won't have to have no health care, because we'll all be dead when these people come up in here and uproot us and continue to slaughter folks.
And control us.
Keep in mind, I am not talking about all of these immigrants that want to migrate to this country.
Because some people do want to do it the
right way.
Some people know they have to go to the ports of entry.
That's right.
But when you are arrogant and you say you're going to cross our borders and act like we're supposed to give you something, that's right. An absolute, unequivocally no for me.
That's right. And you got so many with these sanctuary cities. They're housing these illegal aliens in these sanctuary cities that have already committed crime.
That's right. That's right.
And they're uprooting people in the hood. I don't see Nancy talking about we're gonna bring a slew of them in her vineyard.
That's right.
I don't see Maxine Water talking about we're gonna bring a slew of them at her $4.3 million mansion.
That's right.
I don't see none of these people that's advocating for these illegal aliens talking about we're gonna bring a slew of them to our house.
That's
Obama,
right.
He got plenty of houses, all
houses, monies, Netflix deals,
with
book deals,
fences around
all of them.
And I hadn't seen one illegal alien that he brought in to take in. But they okay with these open borders to put them in the hood.
Somebody said since election day haven't heard about the caravan because they're keeping it quiet. You got to understand the operations and how they play games. The media play games. They show us something, we react, and then it's something else. Now they on to something else. But the caravan, from what I heard, they still on their way here. The barbed wire is going up. You have to go to the ports of entry. If not, it's going to be a problem.
That's right.
Clear, period.
Well,
period. Okay, you all. So you all have had us for an hour.
Yeah.
I know that some stuff has gotten like all changed all around because it was the midterms. The president was on with the rallies. Thank you, RSBN, for making sure that you had most of them up so that everybody can see it, because a lot of the stuff was not playing out on television.
Yeah.
Thank you all for everybody that got out and voted.
Yes, but I was just going to say to remember that before you can rebuild, you have to tear down.
That's right.
The house got to be towed up and towed down before you can rebuild it, baby.
So
you know, I'm really about to go, but I had to clean out my closet the other day.
Yes.
I had to clean out the closet. And before I could clean out the closet, I had to take everything out. I had to move everything out.
Right.
I had to tear some stuff down. Do you see what I'm saying?
I got you.
Dust and clean some stuff down. And then I had to re-put those clothes on the hanger, color coordinated and so forth.
Right.
Some things have to be torn down in order for it to be rebuilt. And we want America great again, and we want to keep America great. And we can't do it with the same old heads that's sitting on their backsides and doing nothing for the American people.
Nothing.
Yes.
Okay, you all. So listen, make sure that for you to check on our dates, everything that's coming up next year.
Yes.
Go to diamondandsilk.com, click on Chit Chat Tour. Go ahead and get your tickets for what's happening next year, because listen, we are now in an election for real for the 2020. And listen, we have to do what we call the grassroots work.
That's right.
Like we really have to talk to some people, and and this is going to be fun. So you see what we have rolling out in 2019. So make sure you go ahead and do that.
That's right.
And still follow us on all of these platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, all of them. We already know what they're doing, but still. And go over there to Chit Chat Me and see what you see over there. Go ahead and join that too.
Yes.
So don't forget, every day, 11:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we pray you all.
Yes.
We pray for our country. We pray for our president. We pray for our families.
Yes.
We pray for all of you all. And we hope that you are praying for us. So don't forget every day to pray. I love it. 11:21 a.m. You are finna say something.
I was just going to say thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, President Donald J. Trump, for putting America first.
He surely do.
God bless
he fights
you.
every
Thank
day
you.
for us.
Yes.
Okay. So listen up, y'all. We was just coming to give y'all the 211. We call it the 211 because it's two of us.
And we're the ones giving it to you.
So in the meantime, in between time, we will see you all next time right here on Chit Chat Live. Good night, everybody. Have a good day at work tomorrow. Bye.